Hey everyone, Tankenstein here, and welcome to Stock to Spaded. In this episode, I'll be showcasing the Puma VJTF. This is a currently rank 7 battle rating 10.7 light tank in the German Ground Forces tech tree, and currently sits in the same folder as the standard Puma, which makes this perfect for Stock to Spaded, being that it is an optionally unlocked vehicle. Now with that said, in Stock to Spaded, I like to bring these through at least 3 matches, with the first match being fully stock, second match being about halfway spaded, and the third match being fully spaded, so you can see exactly how this vehicle performs, again, fully stock, halfway spaded, and fully spaded, to make a better decision on whether you even want to buy this thing in the first place, and if you want to fully spade it yourself. Now with that said, you might be asking what the difference is between the VJTF and the standard Puma, and quite simply, it's the addition of 4 Spike LR 2 ATGM missiles. That's about it. Otherwise, everything else is the same, from the cannon, to the ammo, to the armor, to the currently power to weight ratio. Everything is the same outside of those Spike missiles. Now that said, if you don't mind, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, as all of those help out tremendously. But without further ado, let's get into a few matches and see how this thing is from stock to spaded. So here we are, fully stock with the VJTF, the Schützenpanzer Puma VJTF. And what I can tell you guys is that its mobility overall, stock, is okay. It's like 23 or 22 horsepower per ton. Nothing great, nothing bad. At least at this BR. I mean, in earlier BRs, I'd consider it to be better, but it's okay. It doesn't receive any additional weight, at least currently, from the Spike missile launcher here on the side, which is very strange in my opinion. Ooh. Okay, I think that is an LAV, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how the hell I did not see that guy. He's trying to fire over this bridge. We have ourselves a kill via intelligence, which is very nice. And I feel like that's probably what's going to happen most of the time with this, right? You're going to, like, the Spike missiles, they're not really usable before, I would say, like 5 kilometers. You pretty much have, or a half a kilometer rather. You pretty much have to be at least half a kilometer out to be able to actually rely on these to even be able to hit the enemy. And so what you're then left with are these APDS shells, which only have 87 millimeters of armor pen, which isn't fantastic. And, you know, they're not really rapid fire. Like, they can be a bit fast, I guess, but they're not really anything all too great. Facing lightly armored vehicles like that, hey, you know what? It'll do the job, but beyond that, it's not really anything all too special. But hopefully we can get ourselves some nice longer range shots in around here. That would be ideal. The LAVAD is just wiping our team out, apparently. Okay, we have ourselves an enemy. I probably did not need to use my spikes on him, but you know what? I did anyways. I don't have... Oh, we have a driver hit. Oh, we have a spike kill. Very nice. There we go. That's that fire and forget. Sometimes it is very nice. That is one of those instances. So, I mean, in general, like I said, what you're probably going to be able to get with this is just a whole lot of, ooh, that's another instance of it. Let's see if we can get that to work. I'm going to see if I can actually hit him. But you're going to get a whole lot of nice... Oh, driver hit and transmission kill, but that's not ideal. Okay, we have an enemy kill assist, but now I'm out of spikes, unfortunately. And that's pretty much it. Once you're out of spikes, you know, like, what are you going to do? You have to hope. I think I just saw an enemy. You pretty much have to... Yeah, I did. You pretty much have to hope that you're going to be able to get these light vehicles that you can hit. I think I am. Oh, my goodness! I am getting lucky here with these kills, man. Holy cow, I've got 4 kills, 3 assists. Not too bad. Now, if you guys don't know, the whole point of my gameplay, my Stock to Spaded gameplay, my footage, these videos in general, is quite simply to just make the most accurate videos possible, right? Like, I don't know how the hell this is happening, where I'm just getting stuck fighting. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna die now. But where I'm pretty much just fighting like the lightest vehicles possible. This is not something I was expecting. But pretty much I like to make these videos as accurate as possible, right? Like, I'm not gonna just go out here and say, oh, here's the best gameplay I have. You know, I want to show you guys what the capabilities are of these vehicles so you can see how they are stocked as Spaded. Again, this match is fully stocked. Not too bad. A lot of assists, but way more kills than I expected. So with that said, let's get into the halfway Spaded match, see what we can do. We'll be equipping the thermals as well as probably the APF SDS, but not, of course, all the mobility upgrades. So that said, let's get into halfway Spaded. So here we are about halfway Spaded with the VJTF, and I have the engine upgrade. I have the spike missile going towards him. Hell yeah, buddy! Okay, now let's go ahead and repair this. Now, actually, this is kind of an important thing if I haven't mentioned it already. This thing has really weird armor placement, or really weird module placement, might be a better way to put it. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off my engine so that it doesn't get damaged. But basically, it's got really weird module placement in that, you know, because it has an unmanned turret, a lot of these things get damaged and my crew members survive. So it's actually really, really nice in some regards. But it also means that things like the turret traverse, the fire control system just in general, will continually, I mean, it's like a continuous issue. It will just be completely destroyed pretty much all the time, it feels like. But anyways, when it comes to this vehicle, it's actually kind of interesting. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but the APF SDS actually has a slower muzzle velocity than the APDS that you get standard, the default shells. So you would think that APF SDS, they're a little bit lighter, a little bit more streamlined, that they would have better muzzle velocity, but no, that's just simply not the case, oddly enough. We have an enemy there. Looks like an F-14 potentially. Gonna try to track him once he kind of completes that maneuver. There he is. Let's go ahead and launch and hope with everything I have that I can get myself a kill. I don't think I will. Now, when it comes to actually getting kills with the spikes, yeah, you can certainly do that. It's just not incredibly likely, unfortunately, versus aircraft. They're not bad at that regard, and, you know, they are certainly better than nothing, but they're not going to be necessarily like this all-in-one thing, especially when somebody is taking evasive maneuvers like that. Okay, we have an enemy over there. Let's go ahead and fire some shots at him. Tick him off a little. I did fire off my spike. We have ourselves a nice critical damage there. Nothing all too crazy, but it is still nice. And also in this match, I've gotten 3 base caps, 2 assists, 1 kill. Okay, we have an enemy there. Let's see if we can get this spike kill. That'd be cool. Oh, we didn't need the spike kill. Very fun. Love doing that. And that was an ADATS too. That could have actually been a pretty major problem. So, as you could probably see here, I mean, like, this thing is capable of getting kills. Like, it's not bad. You know, I feel like it is actually quite a bit more capable with the APF SDS, but it's not necessarily, like, going to get a shit ton of kills. A poop ton of kills like that. It's just going to be a pretty decent enough vehicle insofar as its cannon is concerned. It's still going to be usable at this BR. I mean, ultimately, when it comes to the Puma, you see Pumas, in my experience at least, I see Pumas in up tiers pretty regularly, like full up tiers. And the reason being, it's not like they're placed there, it's because people are bringing them into these matches. You know, because they can be up tiered. Ooh, can I get a spike kill? Oh, we got the cannon breach. We got the cannon breach. Now we have to reload here. But the thing with these vehicles is that, you know, ultimately, while they are powerful enough, the cannon is probably not going to be able to defeat many enemies head-on. That's just not how it's going to be. They're not really designed for that. Rather, it's designed for defeating enemies at the side. You know, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine. This vehicle's quick enough, in my opinion, for that, where I don't really think that's too much of an issue here. Okay, we fired a spike. Okay, can we fire another? Oh, and there we go, trolley armor. So this might not be like the craziest match you've ever seen, but again, really the whole point of me playing this vehicle, right, of me doing stock to Spaded, is to show you guys an accurate representation of what you can get. And with a lot of these autocannon carrying vehicles outside of the 2S38, you're going to get a vehicle that's going to get you a good amount of assists, a good amount of kills, and a good amount of base caps. And that's what I did, right? I got 2 kills, 3 base caps, and 3 assists. That's perfect. Like, that's plenty. You're getting a good match and a good score out of it. So that said, let's get into another match, see what we can do. So here we are with the, ooh, look at that. With the VJTW fully spaded. Okay, we have ourselves some severe damage. I'm going to get that kill. Regardless, very nice. And thankfully, that was a nice and easy kill. So when it comes to the VJTW, I feel like you can probably say something like the fact that this vehicle, where the hell is that guy shooting from? Be nice if these people actually put something on. Oh. Okay, I just fired a spike at him. Hopefully I get a hit. Didn't really get much. But pretty much, I see a lot of people at and around top tier that play the Puma. Understandably so. This thing is an extremely versatile vehicle. Even with just the cannon. And, you know, that's obviously... Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that is good. That is very good. But this is an extremely versatile vehicle. Even with just the cannon, this thing can just do so much. And do we have an enemy that I can spot over there? I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't really matter. And so, basically, you're just adding a new feature, right? Like, you're not taking anything away from this. You're just adding the Spike ATGMs, which is great. I mean, it's great. Now, they're not, like, amazing by any means, and some people might say that they're actually kind of bad. And, you know, quite honestly, I can see exactly where those people are coming from. These aren't amazing, you know? But, they give you the ability to fire at long ranges, whereas otherwise you did not have that capability. And I feel like that is worth so much because, again, people take the standard Puma, which is 10.0 VR, all the way up. I see it all the time. They're putting it into their lineups with their Leopard 2A6, 2A7s, all these vehicles. They put it in those lineups, which is fine and understandable. But by adding this, and especially for the fact that this is a foldered vehicle, so it has a lower RP cost, you're just getting additional features. And I feel like, to me, that is more than worth it, right? Like, now, like, this is not some amazingly powerful modification of it, but it just gives the standard Puma extra points, essentially, right? Like, it just gives it additional capabilities, and that, to me, is more than worth it. Like, genuinely, it is more than worth it. So we still have some enemies over here, I think, but in general, this match might be kind of over. Not doing too terribly. 2 kills, 1 plain kill. Should have had a base cap there, but I came in right at the very end, so I guess I can't complain too much. But again, you're basically looking at this as just an upgraded Puma. So if you have the Puma and you're bringing the Puma to top tier, yeah, I 100% definitely recommend... Ooh! Definitely recommend this, because it can just do so much that the standard Puma, quite frankly, cannot. What the hell is it with these guys and their ZSUs? So yeah, I mean, if you're going to be doing that, get this. Get this 100%. It makes sense. If you're a top tier player and you just want the Puma, do it. Do it 100%. It makes complete sense to just go ahead and get it. I'm going to hopefully not die here while I repair this guy. Now, if you are just somebody who's like, you know, I might just get this to be the top tank in my lineup. Sure, you know what? That's totally reasonable too. Like, I'm not going to blame you for that because this is still a good vehicle. But if I'm not mistaken, Germany doesn't really have anything at 10.7 outside of the VJTW. And so, because it doesn't really have anything at 10.7 outside of this one vehicle, like, what are you going to do, right? Like, this is not, in my opinion, like a headliner vehicle. It's a good vehicle, sure, but, ooh, I just fired 2 at a time there. Let's hope I can get, ooh, we got a kill. Very nice. I helped that guy, and it almost kind of turned bad for me. But this is likely, and I'm getting a lot of kills here. I'm very lucky getting all these kills, but this is probably not going to be like the main tank in any of your lineups. It can be, don't get me wrong, but this is not an MBT, right? Like, it has trolley armor, but especially with all those new modules that have been added to vehicles, you're going to have it where, like, the horizontal turret drive, I have it all the time, where that thing gets wiped out by the enemy. Like, in a single shot, it's just one of the most common things to get disabled on this, and that pretty much renders you combat ineffective. And so, you know, this is not an MBT, and it's a little bit less trolly than it was before, especially because it has all these new modules that you can destroy compared to prior, but it is still an extremely effective vehicle, and it gives you that long-range element that the standard Puma lacks. So, I think this is a must-have for anyone that's going to be having the Puma in a high BR match. Like, if you have a 2A6 and you're equipping your Puma into that lineup, yeah, go ahead, get this vehicle. But if not, you know, it's kind of a toss-up. I think that this is still a really, really good vehicle. I think that the Puma 10.0 is probably a touch better than this is at 10.7, simply because the spikes aren't amazing. They're good. They're just not like this godsend thing. So, that said, thanks for watching. If you don't mind, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Again, I like to play these matches in as realistic of a way as possible. This match, I got a lot of kills. Last match, I got a lot of assists and base caps. It's just kind of how it is, and that's the type of vehicle that this is. But again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the other side. Final verdict, VJTW, must have for people who like to get into top tiers and bring their standard Puma along. And if not, it's just okay. I'd still say go for it. Take care, everyone.